In a survey that we've done during the pandemic, we identified that our graduates lack commercial and business knowledge confidence. To address that gap, we designed the LCC Accelerate program, which is an early-stage creative business incubator that supports LCC graduates in accelerating their entrepreneurial impact.
I'm Frida and I'm one half of Renee Materials. And what we are trying to achieve with Renee Materials is to create a world without wasted materials. So we actually take companies' leftover materials and offer that to creative students and makers so that they can reuse it in their creative projects.
My name's Solly Robinson. I'm a documentary photographer based in Brighton. My nephew's got autism. One day I was taking photographs and he showed a real interest in my camera. So I gave him my camera, he took some photographs, and a couple of weeks later we went to my darkroom and he loved it. Looper Darkroom is an accessible darkroom that's coming to Brighton. It's going to be open to as many people as possible so that we can share darkroom techniques and analog film techniques as well and get people to tell their own stories using cameras.
My platform is called Zuban, which is a platform for South Asian creatives to essentially share their work, share their lived experiences as artists. Accelerate was a really good experience because it allowed me to focus on my business idea and I could really allocate time during my week onto making the business happen. And I was surrounded by people who were in like a similar mindset. So like everyone was trying to get their businesses off the ground.
The business idea that we have is called Half Half Films. And it's a film production collective where we aim to work with people who are on the similar plane as us. With the stories that we want to tell, because we don't have the full lived experiences of growing up here, there's a very interesting thing when it comes to having a cross-cultural identity, I guess, because you're migrating from one place to the other. And we wanted to focus on such stories that would bring out this cross-section within different cultures, which was quite important for Half Half Films.
I'd say that I'm a creative person first and a business person very, very last. The thing that I learned most from in the course was budgeting. Basically was like opening up a whole different world to me in terms of how to visualize my business. It made me feel so much more secure.
We might be creative minds, but the business side of things, the entrepreneurial language was very new to us.
And the talks that we had during the program really helped develop the ideas. So any questions that we had, we could speak to like people who are actually in the industry.
So we were actually looking for mentoring, for just getting input, getting a structure set by someone with experience to help us.
There are so many film companies or film collectives, and we wanted to like find our own specific voice and focus just like we do with our films. As we were developing the idea during the program, we had conversations, and within that conversations we kind of found out what is achievable within this time period and with whatever resources we had.
This initiative aligns perfectly with LCC's core value of embedding sustainability and ethical practice, promoting diversity and social inclusion, and supporting positive change across the world around us.
This program is a school-wide program, so it's open to everyone that has studied at LCC.
The best thing about being on the program with other graduates was that by the end of the program, even now, we're still in touch, we still talk to each other and we're still helping each other out with their businesses.
We're all really well versed in pitching, and that really, really helped when it came to the Pitch It program, which is run UAL wide. I was able to get £1,000 funding for the project through UAL. Would I have been able to do that without the experience that I learned from Accelerate? Probably not.
I think the LCC Accelerate program is a great place to start because there are dedicated hours where you'll just be working on your own project or your business idea.
I left that program with a much clearer knowledge of what has to be done in order to have, for example, a business plan and to be more prepared to go out there in the real world.
And I think if anybody has got something in their back of their heads that they've been thinking about whilst they've been studying or before they've been studying, I can only really recommend going on the Accelerate program. What it's done has really helped me take it from just an imaginary idea and actually put it into reality.
So we are here to help you, to give you the necessary tools and a framework to help you succeed in your future career.